We're going live. We're definitely going live. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the chat. Let's get you all situated over here. There you go. Yeah. Camera looks funny to me, but I wanted to have my two flags in there. Yeah. That's important to me. Yeah. So, welcome back, everybody. Of course, you know, I have no filter, and we're going to sit back and relax. We're going to have some beers. We're going to talk. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the shit that's going on in our politics and in our country. Because the thing is, with Donald Trump winning, that's a huge, huge boost all across the world. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we were this fucking close to letting those fucking woke circus fucking clowns run everything. Can you imagine? Fuck that shit. No. 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 I can't even imagine what it would be like if the woke clowns turned around and took hold of everything. That'd be fucked up. It'd be more than fucked up. Like, you wouldn't have basic principle or law and order. Fuck. You understand? Like, you'd have a bunch of fucking retards running around thinking that they're a cat, they're a fucking dog, they identify as this, they identify as fucking that. Where does it end? Like, hey, pretend is pretend. You can pretend in your house. I don't give a fuck. Nobody else gives a fuck if you pretend in your house. That's why it's called pretend. You don't take that shit out in public. You don't sit there and be like, I'm going to identify as a cat. Fuck. Are you fucking serious right now? You're going to identify as a cat? I can identify as a fucking Hell's Angels fucking biker boss and be your worst fucking nightmare. How about that? You ever think about that? No, they didn't think about that shit, did they? No, they didn't think about fuck all. Nope. They're just like, yeah, we're just gonna run our fucking mouths. We're gonna be stupid and shit like that. Yeah. Dumbasses. Bunch of dumb fucks. Oh, and this one I wear in front of the camera. Yeah, I don't wear my cut in front of the camera. No. But this one's nice. Eh? This one's a nice piece. Yeah. Scored this sucker for just under 300 bones on sale from almost 7. Yeah. I thought it was a pretty good score. Got that one at auction though. It pays to go to the auctions. It really does. This one's an ex-police jacket. It's got All the, like, all of it's waterproof, authentic, it's been well taken care of, right? It's been oiled each year. You can tell. I love this jacket. Yeah, this jacket's nice. And it's got fur inside to keep you warm in the winter. The only downfall about this jacket that I don't like is there's no inside pocket right here. Yeah. You know, as soon as I bought the jacket at auction, I really didn't like look into the jacket itself, right? But when I'm looking at it, I'm like, where the fuck is the inside pocket? No inside pocket. It's all good. It's okay. Back to the topic at hand. So, we all know who's running our country now. Canada and the United States, which is perfect. It's beautiful. And the thing is, what's going to happen now, why Trudeau is shitting his pants, is because Trump is now in power. Trump's the man. Like, I often warned a bunch of you in the last couple of years. What do you guys think would happen if somebody like me became president? And you all said, oh, we had somebody like you president. His name is Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. And who's president again now? I'm sorry. I can't hear that. I can't hear it. I can't. Wait. Am I going deaf? Who's president right now? Who's president now? Who's the president-elect? Oh yeah, that's right. Donald Trump. Yeah, that's right. Donald Trump. Yeah. So, for all you lefties who are losing it and you're crying and whining, I'm looking around to see if I have a tissue for your issues, but I don't. Sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. Fuck you. Yeah. That's my message to the left. You lost. The left lost. Like big capital L. Right there. Yeah. L's. That's how we say in GTA. L's. Fucking mad L's. You got mad L's. Like, fuck. Kamala, you couldn't even fight your way out of a wet paper bag if you fucking tried. Jesus Christ. You ever notice that bitch never turned around and said, God bless America? Call me a feminist or whatever the fuck you want, but I mean, women call us assholes all the fucking time. So me calling a woman a bitch is fucking minimal scale. You understand? Especially in my generation. Fuck. That's being nice. I call you a stupid cunt to your fucking face. If you are one. Yeah. What? You all don't like that? I don't give a fuck. Right? If you're a stupid cunt, I'm gonna fucking tell you. You're a stupid fucking cunt. That's it. There's no beating around the bush about that. There's no, I'm gonna give you a fucking ribbon for participating. I don't fucking think so. No, fuck off. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Lord. Using your name in vain a lot today. People pushing me, man. Pushing me to my fucking limits, man. Right on my last fucking nerve. All of you. the stupidity I have to see online, it's fucking jokes, man. What's with a bunch of your stupidity online? All of you. You think you think you're gonna be famous on TikTok, do stupid shit, right? Act like somebody else. Here's a hint. All right. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay. You know, excuse me. You know what the world needs more of? People who are real. Yeah. I'm real with all of you. I'm biting my lip right now because the dry weather here in Alberta drives us fucking insane in October, November, and December. And keep your lotion on hand. Lubriderm works fantastic wonders, by the way. Not that I'm promoting them or anything, but just saying, like, fuck, man. I love Alberta. I love my province. Just this time of year is just challenging. It'll split your knuckles. Like, it'll make you bleed all over the fucking place. It's weird. Yeah, I didn't notice it until, was it my first year living in Alberta, 2015. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why are my lips cracking so much? And my skin, right? And like my knuckles would split apart and they bleed like crazy. What the hell's going on? Excuse me. That went down wrong too. But when I look at my knuckles, I went, well, that's got to change. I got to do something about that. So I did. And each year never fails. It's like mid-September. Ivan, thank you for the compliment. Usually it's like mid-September, right? Mid-September, early October hits us bad. Yeah, the dry weather, it just like sneaks up on you. It's like Mother Nature just comes up in like creep times, like kicks you in the ass. Like, fuck. But yeah, Ivan, the jacket, you complimenting on that. Yeah, this sucker, I scored this one for just under 300. It almost cost me 300. Well, it was 296 or something like that. 296.50 something with tax. Yeah. And this sucker was it's originally it goes for 700 and I bought it at auction. And it's a nice piece. I like it. Yeah. It's very heavy duty. Um, if you flip this part up, right? You don't need a scarf or anything, right? You can put a toucan in this part of the jacket. Here, I'll zip it up for all of you. Check it out. This sucker will keep you warm in -30. Look at that. All right. So I can still breathe, and I can have a hat on, right? And still cover most of my face, still be able to breathe. And this sucker protects my neck. And a lot of you don't know much about leather, but leather protects you, right, from all the elements. Every single element there is out there. Yeah. Um, it would be one of the smartest investments of your life to get a leather jacket. If you don't own one, you should own at least one. Just one. Because this sucker can save your life. I'm not even kidding you. Like this thing can survive all the elements that is thrown at it, and yet it will keep you safe, warm, and most of all, it's waterproof. So you could be out in a rainstorm. I mean, not recommended. Do not take your leather jackets out in the fucking rain. But I mean, if you were caught in a diehard situation, right, the leather jacket would be a lifesaver. 100%. And when you think about it, that's less than $300 for a life-saving tool that you can carry on with you for the rest of your life. This jacket, I can guarantee most of you right now, like I take care of my jackets, right? So I'll oil this sucker, right? And especially because of the dry weather, but I'll leather, or I'll layer this sucker. I'll layer this leather in oil, and I'll let that soak in. And you do that once a year, um, just to preserve the leather and the quality of the jacket. And you can do it with you could, like, I'm not going to recommend this 100%. I wouldn't do it. I don't. I mean, if you were in a pinch or something like that, then you could use cooking oil and then, lather it all over the jacket, and then open up the jacket the way I have it right now, put on a hanger, let it dry. But I wouldn't do that. No. I mean, if you invested the amount of money, especially into a leather jacket, something nice, something that you appreciate, you take virgin olive oil. Yeah, take expensive virgin olive oil, soak your jacket in it, let it sit, let it dry. Yeah, damn thing looks brand new each and every time. And most of you can't even tell that this thing's 3 years old. No. It looks brand new. It looks like I just bought this fucking thing out of the store. Right? Look at it. It looks beautiful. Right? You see that? Both sides. It looks great. Front to back. Would I sell it though? No. Would I donate it? You betcha. Yeah, one of these days, doing the podcast and having this leather jacket on my podcast, my video podcast from going forward, what I plan on doing in the next couple of years is I want to get a fundraiser going for sick kids, all right, in Toronto. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna we're gonna put the jacket, all right, up up for auction. Yeah, and all the proceeds, everything, right? Everything that we raise from that event is gonna go right back into Sick Kids Toronto, which is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be wicked. The kids are gonna be they're gonna be ecstatic. We're gonna be able to afford a lot of cool stuff for them, right? So not next season, but the season after, because I want to get my Toronto Maple Leafs leather jacket. So this jacket will go up for auction 2 years from now. That is the plan. And like I said, all the proceeds and everything, they'll go right back to Sick Kids in Toronto. Um, we'll do the whoever wins, we'll do the whole ceremony at the hospital with the kids there, and we'll be able to donate money and give back to the families that have to endure the hardship of having their child at Sick Kids. Because I as a parent, I really couldn't imagine. I mean, my heart really goes out to those individuals, right? Those other parents. They they have children in the hospital, and they have to, maybe one of them has to give up their job because they have to be at the hospital, you know, and then one continues to work, but the other one can't, right? And they rely on donations. Um, Eric Lindros, the Lindros family, for instance. Eric and Brett, they both suffered from brain trauma. And that's from playing in the NHL. Like they had concussion problems. Okay? But the thing is, they wanted to give back to the community and they wanted to help others. So they invested their money, most of their money, back into the community, into the hospital, into the research and development in hockey kids happy. Leafs suck, Mark. I got something for you, Mark. But the thing is, they gave back to the community. That's what I want to do. All right? It's not cliche. It's not anything like that. I grew up a Toronto boy. I was born and raised in Toronto. Blue means everything to me. And let's clarify something right now. I tried to clarify it in my last live stream. You still doing the videos, but when Luke decides to not when he decides. No, Luke's pretty busy. Um, just like I've been pretty busy. Family stuff, right? Um, it, 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 it's very hard to sit down and get everybody scheduled at once because, you know, having kids, your life is unpredictable. It really is. Unless any one of you who are parents right now, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You get some time to do something and then it gets interrupted and it's like, fuck. No. Seriously, leave me alone. I had 1 hour to myself, right? No, that hour's cut short. Fuck. You have no idea. Mark knows. Mark sympathizes with me. It's like you can think you're gonna get escape from them, and you you're like you hide away, and you think for a moment you're like, I'm safe. I'm away from them, and then one of them texts your phone and you forgot to put it on vibrate, and that fucker goes on. And then all you hear is, Dad! Dad! Fuck! There's no escape. None. Fuck no. You can go into the woods where they won't find you, but they probably will. They fucking get flashlights with my fucking girls. Knowing my fucking girls, they would get fucking high beam fucking flashlights and be like, Dad! Dad, where are you? Dad! Dad! Fuck. Watch elections. I saw the Trump one. Yeah, Trump winning was awesome. So am I right wing? Um, well, yeah, I'm right wing for sure. Yeah, you're. I'll clear the air right now. I'll let you guys know. There's only two genders. Okay. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Just saying. Hey, listen. The vaping, this vape sucker saved my life from cigarettes. All right. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Thank God. Fuck. I smoke a shit ton of weed. Like I got my weed vape pen and stuff, and I drink my beer, but mm, well, hockey kid does his job very well. So if he doesn't agree with what you've said, you see what happens, you know. And your ass gets fucking silenced. Yeah, you get put in timeout. Fuck. Yeah. So let's get back to politics here for a sec. Hmm. Yeah. I put him on timeout for 5 minutes. Nice. So when it comes to politics, with everything, the thing is, I have I have three girls. All right. I have nothing against the female race. Period. Well, them having their period at the same fucking time as their mother, that's when you're gonna catch me fishing. Yep. Far fuck away from them. Anyways, that'll be for later videos. Probably a few years down the road. Hopefully. Right? I don't want them to fucking become female soon. Well, they are female, but I don't want them, fuck that shit. No. No. That's some bullshit. Can you imagine? Some of you don't even know. Can Canada be saved or is it too late? Oh no, it can be saved. But can you guys imagine? 3 daughters and a wife. And they're all on their period at the same time. No. See ya. Bye bye. I don't know you fuckers. Nope. I'm gonna disappear for 4 fucking days. I'm gonna shut my cell phone off and everything. Fuck. And Bravo 6 going dark. See ya. Come on. I'm not the only father out there that, has to deal with that shit. Jeez. Here's the thing. I'm not against women running for president or running the country. But you have to question people on their politics. Or policies, I should say. And I didn't turn off my vibration on my cell phone, so if you guys hear it go off, yeah, that's because I get messages online. What's that one say? No spamming. Hockey kid, if that motherfucker keeps spamming, kick his ass off the channel. No. Quit with the spamming, or Hockey Kid's gonna turn around and kick your ass off the channel. This truly is a lifesaver. A lot of you don't know this about me, but I smoked for a lot of years. Matter of fact, I started at the age of 12. So 27 years. It's only been this year that I started vaping. Yeah. It helps. I like it. With everything else, though, here's the thing. I was kind of worried that we'd have to have a civil war and a revolution because the woke, it seemed like they were taking over everything. But since that's not the case, and since common sense is everywhere now, kind of got hope and a bright future, I'd say. Yeah. Because I mean, a lot of us, especially myself, we went through hard times. I went through, I had a couple of my YouTube channels just completely gone. Right? Let's go Trailer Park Boys forever. Ivan, yeah. You know, funny thing, now that we mentioned Trailer Park Boys, I met them a long time ago. This is going back, shit, 2011 or 2010 even. And we were in downtown Halifax and there was this bar called Cheers right beside it. The only reason why I remember this is because here's the thing, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this. All right, so we go across the McKay, I think it was the McKay Bridge or the McDonald Bridge. Either one. I couldn't hold it anymore. I was like, I gotta fucking pee. Right? So I start peeing. As I'm peeing, right? I look down and I'm like, is that one of our battleships? My friend's like, maybe you should stop peeing. I was like, dude, you didn't tell me I was peeing on a fucking battleship. Right? We didn't even get to the other side. The fucking cops were waiting for us. Are you boys the ones that did indecent exposure on the bridge? And I'm like, fuck, it froze. No. 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 And they were like, you guys know it's illegal to pee on a battleship, right? When it's in harbor. I was like, sir, I'm not from. And he's like, I don't want to fucking hear anything out of your fucking mouth. He says like that, right? He starts giving us a lecture. He's like, we've seen everything on camera. You two stupid drunk fucks. If you ever do that again, I'm going to beat your ass. And I'm like, all right. He's like, have a nice night. Just look at him like, the fuck? I look at my friend, I'm like, did he not just threaten to kick the shit out of him? Like, and he's telling us to have a nice, what the fuck? Yep. All right. That's cool. That's my generation. This sorry ass generation. Let's talk about that for a second. This sorry ass generation, you're all weak. You are. I know you don't like to hear that, but you're weak. Yeah. It's disgusting. It really is. Like, fuck. For instance, my generation, we used to go outside and hang out outside till 11 o'clock at night. You guys don't do that. Water Champ says I'm embarrassing. You're embarrassing, bro. Ivan, thank you. fun facts. What what kids do you see out on the streets nowadays? None. Any of them? No. We were out all the time. We used to get yelled at when the street lights were on. We used to get threatened by our parents. Our parents would come hunting for us in the nighttime. It used to be a game of hide and seek sometimes. Granted, you might get your ass whooped by the belt, but I mean, like sometimes you challenged authority and you wanted to stay out as late as possible. And they don't know how to have fun. They don't know how to have fun. No. And the thing is, yeah, not my kids. No, my girls my girls keep questioning me like, Dad, why did you guys do that back in I said, this is why we did things back in this day. All right? This is this is what we used to do. We used to beat the crap out of each other. My daughters looked at me horrified one day and they're like, "Oh my god." And I'm like, "Yep. We used to take hockey sticks to each other all the time." We'd go home, we get stitched up by mom and dad and put some band-aids on or some shit and some wrap, and we go right back out on street hockey and we'd be out there. Oh yeah. Nowadays kids they press charges over anything. That's the other thing. Ivan. Ivan brings up a great valid point. Here's the thing, right? Now, I see a lot on social media. I do digest some mainstream media, not by choice, but because I want to see what kind of lies and bullshit they're saying to us. I've noticed a lot of you school kids, and I got a message. This goes to the school kids. You're all punks right now. Yeah. You know, if we ever brought a knife or a weapon to a fight when we were in school, your reputation would be in a toilet for life. Everybody would make fun of you on the spot. Yeah. They would say, "What's wrong with your fist? Like you 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 can't show up to the fight with your fist? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of here." Like you would lose mad respect from everybody. Consider this. You could have the best reputation in all of your childhood throughout school and then get to high school and pull off some stupid coward move like that and show up to a fight with a baseball bat or a fucking knife. And people look at you and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Thank you, Will. Yeah, I really don't have a filter. No. I tell it like it is. Like when I was in school, you turn around, you did shit like that. I witnessed shit like that. I witnessed people. I'm telling you guys, I've seen people show up to a fucking fight with a weapon and the whole fucking school turn around and their reputation, they went from being sky fucking high and being the best fucking person that there was in town, and their fucking reputation went in the toilet in less than 30 seconds. Real men fight with fists, not weapons. Exactly. Yep. Am I a hockey fan? Of course I am. Yep. Toronto Maple Leafs. Born and raised. Yeah, I was born in Toronto. Yeah. I've been a Leafs fan since I was in diapers. Yeah. 39 years of counting and still no Stanley Cup. Fuck. Did I just jinx them this year? Oh my god, I hope not. Ah. Jeez. Yeah, when I was in school, bullies weren't as scary. Um, we had one in our school. Um, and I'll tell everybody, I don't mind sharing this. So we had this bully named Kyle, and I'm not gonna say his last name. And Kyle bullied me from grade 2 to grade 10. So it was 8 years, almost 9 years. All right. And I was a small kid, just a wee little guy. All right. I wasn't as big as I am now. And I certainly didn't have the muscle until about grade 10. And it was Toonie Tuesday. And for my American friends and UK friends, and for everybody else around the world, in Canada, we converted from the $2 bill to a toonie. And so for $2.25 so you could a toonie and a quarter, you could get 2 drumsticks, French fries, and a small Pepsi. All right. And that was perfect. You're a high school student, that's awesome to get, right? Especially with your friends. So I get that one. I have my tray, and I go to turn around, and who's right behind me? Kyle. Do you know what Kyle did? Kyle goes, oops, and lifts up my tray like this, right up into my face. And everything goes everywhere. And people started laughing. I had it 8 years of this shit. I was like, fuck you. Today's the day you're gonna get a beat. I fucking grabbed him by the shirt and I punched him one right in the fucking throat. Instantly, he couldn't breathe. He started gasping for air. I grabbed him by the hair and I grabbed him by his neck and I fucking tossed him right through the fucking glass of the restaurant, right out into the fucking parking lot. I went ape shit on his ass. I started fucking hitting him more and more and more and more. My fucking friends had to grab me and they fucking stop. You're gonna kill him. All I remember hearing from Kyle was and seeing him, he's like that on the fucking ground. They expelled me from school, by the way. Long story short. So, yeah. And so I'll let you guys know. So nowadays, if you do shit like that in public school or even in high school, you automatically get charged by the police. Okay? You see, back when I was in high school, it was up to the parents and the school, not the police. So when the police showed up, and I'm in the office, my dad's there. Fuck. The last person you want to see is my old man. Dad, if you're seeing this, I know you're smirking and laughing. My old man is military. He's hardcore. He stands 6'4" with no fucking military boots on. So, uh, anyways, I'm in the office and Kyle's dad shows up and he's like, Dad's like, what do you want to do with him? And he looked at my dad and he goes, what do you mean? He goes, my son, he just kicked the shit out of your son. And he said, yeah, I've been warning him for the last 8 years this was going to happen. My dad kind of looked at him puzzled and he said, no, you don't understand. My son just put your son in the hospital. He said, yeah, I know. That was going to happen. I kept warning him. Dad looked at me and he goes, you go clean out your locker and get your ass in the fucking car. I don't want to hear a fucking word out of your mouth. All right. What else am I supposed to say? And fucking cops are there. I thought I was going to jail. I didn't know what the fuck was gonna go on. I just turned around, snapped, and went ape shit on Kyle. Right? Oh, dad was. Dad turned around and he's like, I'm gonna deal with you when we get home. I'm like, what? The fuck does that mean? And I'm sitting in the car waiting for him to come out of the school. And he comes out of the school and he gets in the car and doesn't say anything to me. And for those of you who don't know, at the time we lived on the farm outside of town and it was a long ass fucking drive home. When I mean long, I mean like 40 minutes, like fucking long, with silence. Whereas you're looking at that guy like, are you gonna kill me or what? Kind of like, you know? Dad turned around as soon as I got home. You know what he said to me? You're grounded. I was like, what? Are you fucking... He's like, what? What'd you say to me? Did I say you could open your mouth? You want to be grounded another month? I was like, month? He's like, yeah, you're grounded a month. He's like, I'm taking your PlayStation. I'm taking everything from you. You have no computer privileges. Nothing. You don't even get to watch the fucking TV. What do I get to do? I got chores for you to do. You're going to be splitting wood and cutting the grass. Fuck. See, a lot of you don't understand that. You don't understand that kind of discipline. Literally. Like we had to deal with that growing up. This weak ass fucking generation, you don't know. You guys, really. It doesn't. It doesn't exist nowadays. No, fuck. You know how we used to earn money if we wanted things during the summertime when we had school break, and I'm not even kidding you. There was a farm 3 farms down from us that did hay during the summertime, and they had an old hay baler, and we would have to go there if we wanted to work, and we only got $50 a week, and we were working like 8 and 10-hour days. So for you motherfuckers that want to sit there and complain and whine about $15 a fucking hour for 8 hours serving fucking coffee, I got a newsflash for you. Fucking come do the fucking work I used to do, and you wouldn't survive an hour. Fuck, you wouldn't survive 5 minutes. you'd cry or fucking quit. Like, shit. I remember asking my old man, Dad, I know you watch this and listen, so please don't take offense when I call you old man. Don't kick my ass later. Uh, um, I remember I asked him the one year, I was like 13 years old. I asked him, I said, hey, I want a Game Boy for my birthday. And he looked at me and he goes, you want a Game Boy? I was like, yeah. He goes, oh. He goes, you know what I want? I said, what's that? He goes, a new tool set. I was like, okay. He goes, who do you think's going to bring me that? I was like, um, Santa? He's like, no, there's no such thing as Santa Claus. And he's like, I'm not going to give you a fucking Game Boy. You want a Game Boy? He's like, you can go out and earn your money. He's like, I got a job for you. He's like, I got an idea. He's like, I know of a newspaper route, somebody who's going to give up their newspaper or one of their kids. He just got a part-time job. He's like, you can take over his newspaper route. It's only 145 papers. I was like, what the fuck? 100 what? Yo, to a 12-year-old kid, when you turn around and tell him it's only 145 fucking papers, like, Jesus Christ. Only 145. Only. So, every Friday, you have to deliver those papers, whether it's raining, snow, it don't matter the weather. Fuck no. It could be a hurricane outside. They want their newspaper. The one time I turned around and I was late, I had this old lady on my newspaper out. She fucking called and bitched and complained right away. My newspaper wasn't delivered on time. It was past 9 p.m. Like, fuck. It was raining that night, goddammit. You know? The stuff that was installed into us as kids in my generation, there's nothing like it right now. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're all, not all of you, but I mean the generation growing up right now is weak. It's weak as fuck. Jesus. You guys can't even drink a fucking manly beer. White Claw. The fuck? Who fucking drinks? Only the fucking weak ass generation would drink something called White Claw. Fuck. I drink lager beer. It's 5%. Yeah, it's pretty good. Brewed with Glacier Rocky Mountain water. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah. No White Claw in my fucking house. Never. Fuck no. Little pussy fucking beer. That's what that is. White Claw. Fuck. Yeah, can I get a 4-pack of White Claw? Fuck. Can you imagine? Hey? Seriously. Guys in a group, a real manly group of guys are looking around and they're going, what kind of beer you drink, right? And, you know, you can tell a lot about a guy just by what he drinks for a beer. I'm telling you right now. And the way he dressed. Here's the thing. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you straight. What kind of jeans does a guy have? All right. He's either got a pair of Levi's or he's got Wranglers on. Okay. And a man loves to be in his jeans. Hell, I love to be in my jeans. I'm in my Levi's right now as we speak. Okay? The other thing is shoes, is footwear. All right? His top apparel. Shirt, jacket, right? Hair, beard. I mean, hell, I'm proud of my beard. Well, big time. That's a real man. That's the kind of man. We're the type of men that would go out in the woods and split wood just because. Just for fun. Just for something to fucking do. We're out going out and blowing up beaver dams and hunting moose or deer or duck or whatever fucking else Mother Nature blesses us with. I don't know. We'll find it, we'll shoot it, we'll kill it. It's on our land. You know, it's the wussies that turn around and they're like, well, I'm going to go to the grocery store. Yeah, that's fucking cute. Seriously. What's going to happen to those people? If the world goes to shit, and I already predict it will in about 5 years, if things keep going the way they're going, I'm not going to rely on the grocery store for my meat, for my fish, for any produce, nothing. Mm. No. See, I'll have myself a houseboat that I'll be able to fish off of. And I'll also have myself a spot on land where small little farm, chickens, couple pigs, maybe a cow or two, and maintain that. I will always have food, no matter what. I'll be able to grow a vegetable garden on the side. All the all the fecal matter and everything from the farm animals, you take that and you take it with your table scraps, you compost that, you mix it in with the soil. There you go. You got an awesome vegetable garden. You know? It mind baffles me as I grow older. Sorry. The dry air is getting to me again. As I get older, I've realized just how independent we can actually be away from the government. It's it's all on you, really. I mean, you you have to have the drive and determination to want to do it first and foremost. And the other thing is you have to separate yourself from being dependent on the system. That's another thing. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't separate themselves from the system because they're so reliant. They're dependent on it, you know? They the system's been sold to them and indoctrinated into them so that they rely so much upon certain programs and certain this and certain that. And what has happened is what I've realized as an analyst is we have become very self dependent on the government, which we shouldn't be. For instance, with all their policies and programs and whatnot, you rely on those because that's your backbone, because you are not able to afford such and such, right? But the thing is, if you were more independent and you would realize how much money you'd save, how much more time you'd have and freedom with your own family. Um, but the government doesn't want that to happen that way. No. Our government here in Alberta, we're blessed by the sake of God. Danielle Smith, she's one of the greatest premiers we've ever had in history, and she stands up for our moral values, our rights, and our right to be independent. And she encourages all that kind of excuse me stuff to everybody. Excuse me, because it's very important that we're able to teach our children, to be able to go out in the woods, to fish, be able to fish, and catch a fish and be able to eat that fish if they had to survive out in the woods. Build a shelter out in the woods if they had to, right? Excuse me, build a fire if they had to, right? To keep warm and to cook their meal. These are basic instinct survival skills that have literally been wiped out completely out of our school system. And quite frankly, it's ludicrous. It saddens me because when I was a kid, it was one of the most important things growing up. Being a kid, you need to learn how to fish. You need to learn how to camp. You need to learn how to build a fire. You need to learn, like, all those things. The very first time I didn't know how to set up a tent, my grandfather laughed at me and said, "I guess we're sleeping under the stars tonight, unless you set up the tent." I mean, I attempted it. I didn't do the best, but he helped me because I was actually putting in an effort to do it. All right. Versus nowadays, Shadow, let's see, you had to earn your own money, no choke, no hands out. Exactly. When you compare things from when I was growing up to now, we had to earn. Shadow's right. We had to earn our keep. We had allowance. We had a point system basically in the house, kind of thing. Like you had chores to do. If you didn't do those chores, then that got a mark, right? And maybe it wasn't for all households, but in mine, because we had 3 kids, we had this chart, right? And it was attached to the fridge, all right? And with a magic marker, mom could X you, erase you, check mark you, whatever, fuck. So, depending on your attitude that day, I'm not even kidding you. Depending on your attitude that day, and if you did your chores, you either get a check mark or you get an X. At the end of the week, your check marks, there was a box. So, for instance, if you had 5 check marks, then you got $5. Okay? And if you had 10 check marks, you got $10. So basically, you got $1 for each check mark. Okay? I know I sound old when I say this shit. $5 back then was a lot of fucking money. Not like now. $5 don't buy you shit. What does $5 get you? A fucking Gatorade? It doesn't even get you a Gatorade and a pepperoni stick. No. It gets you what? Fucking Gatorade? Maybe a pack of gum. Yeah. That's what $5 gets you. Fuck, if you got $5 when I was a kid and a teenager, holy fuck. I'll explain. Just because. I think I should. So, again, I am going to sound old saying this, but with $5, when I was a teenager, holy fuck, we skipped school. Yeah. We'd skip school. We'd go down to the bowling alley. And because the bowling alley in the basement had arcade games. So you could exchange that $5 bill for coins downstairs. But here's the kicker. You won't believe this, but this is what it is. You could get one game of bowling with shoe rental and a small basket of fries for $3. Fuck. Give me that deal now. I can't even get a blowjob for $3. Fuck. Just saying. Imagine. $3. You get a small little basket of fries. And you get a pair of bowling shoes and a game of bowling. That's for $3. And then out of your $5, you still have $2 left to rock ass at the arcades downstairs. Like, we're talking, you could play pinball, you could play Pac-Man, all for 25 cents. What was it? Not Streets of Rage. Street Fighter. You could play Street Fighter as well. Right? The only game, now I think about it, the only game that cost you a loonie was Cruisin' USA. And you got to sit in a chair and you had the steering wheel. Do you all remember this? And you had the steering wheel and you got to drive it around and you had the pedal and everything. And you had the gear shifter on the side. Yeah. That brings me back. Anyways, it's been good talking to you all. Yeah. I think I'm going to end it here. It's been fun. Yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow. All right? Okay.